when we watch Blu-rays and the biscuit has died and left Easter eggs around for us to find.
What? I don't remember doing that.
I'm your host, Player 1. Joining me is Player 2.
And apparently I'm dead.
What? No, why are you dead?
I thought the biscuit. You're the Blu-rays and I'm the biscuits.
Okay.
So if the biscuits be dead and have Easter eggs all around,
Oh.
I'm fine. I'm not leaving no chocolate behind. I'm taking that shit with me.
I fully understand that we've missed the trick not releasing this on Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
Ready Player 1. What? Ready Player 1?
Yeah.
What a movie that is.
I know. I've only ever seen it once, and tonight was thrice. I lied.
Wait, how can you... So you've watched it... Doesn't make any sense.
What's the word for two?
Twice. you went straight to thrice.
It's been a long day.
So you've only seen it 2 times?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 times.
You're going to have to bring that energy right down.
I'm sorry.
Did you catch it at the cinema?
No, I didn't.
Why not?
I do not know. For some reason, I was never interested in it.
Spielberg.
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg.
You have to say it with your face like that.
I'm sorry. For those listening, I was pulling a face of pure joy and excitement. Yeah, Spielberg, master. He's the master. Do you not watch Spielberg movies when they come out anymore?
I wasn't as excited as you clearly were.
You don't, because you skipped West Side Story, did you not?
Yeah, I did.
Do you hate Steven Spielberg?
Absolutely not. I do not dislike Spielberg in any way, shape or form.
Okay. Did it not grab your attention?
No, and I don't know why that was, because I remember seeing like the artwork and stuff for it. Mm-hmm. It looked alright. I remember going to the cinema and seeing the things that was up about it. You know, like the big cardboard things.
I built that.
Oh.
Genuinely, I did. That big Rubik's Cube. Yeah.
What a skill you have.
That took me fucking ages.
Wow.
I remember putting up the poster up for this, because they released a teaser poster, which was cool. But then we examined the poster. Yeah, the one where he's on the climbing bit. Mm-hmm. His leg is like 3 times too long.
I see.
And I remember thinking, that's a long leg.
Incredible.
And then I carried on living my life. And it didn't really affect me.
As this fact will have the same impact on anyone listening.
Spielberg, though. Mm-hmm. You could put his name on a piece of crap you find on the street and I'd watch it.
Yes, you would.
I'm a sucker for the guy.
You'll watch anything, though.
I won't watch anything you ever suggest.
Shut up.
Twister, no thanks.
Twister's an absolute banger.
No thanks.
Absolute banger.
Ready Player 1 is good.
It is good.
Video games. We've not really spoke about video games on the podcast before. Mm-hmm. Are you a video game fan?
I do like a cheeky video game. I have a PS1. Hey! I have PS1 games.
Oh, I'm glad you do. You have a PS1, but 0 games.
I have a dance mat.
Jesus Christ. Why do you have a dance mat?
Well, I did have a dance mat. I gave it to the charity shop because you told me to, because I don't use it
They've
enough.
got to learn to dance someday.
The people out there need to learn how to
Gotta dance. Yeah.
How about you? Are you a big gamer?
Okay, we live together. We've been living together for a while now. You know the answer to that question.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
So, are you a big gamer?
Yes.
Are you a good gamer?
No.
There we go.
No, I'm not.
But do you think you're a good gamer?
I think I'm a good gamer. Single player mode, absolutely.
Everyone, James likes to play with himself.
Here's... I said that in my letterbox review. I said, I'm going to skip to the end, but at the end of the film they go, the video games are meant to be played multiplayer. No, they're not. As a single player guy, I don't want anyone else around.
Wow.
This is set in the year 2050 something. It's set quite in the future, but not too far in the future.
Yeah, wasn't he born in 2027, he was saying?
2025.
I heard 7.
The Oasis kicked off in 2025, which is like next year.
We're getting the Oasis. I will never see you again. You'll just be living in the Oasis all the time.
I don't do well with VR headsets.
You fucked then.
They make me motion sick. Which is tricky, because apparently everyone's got one in this world.
No one works in this world. How no one eats in this world.
It's a world run by one big company, and everyone else is just slumming it.
Basically.
Yeah.
The whole world's gone to shit from the looks of it. Or at least that's the part that we see.
Because evil corporations, maybe?
I don't know. I can't imagine an evil corporation building caravans on top of each other.
I think that's just a way to get by.
Maybe.
Evil corporations buying land, maybe.
It's just... A lot of this is weird.
I don't think you're supposed to think about it too much.
No, I don't think you are. Because the world itself that they're trying to really build and bring you into is the Oasis itself.
Mm-hmm.
That's where obviously they can literally do anything they want.
An oasis is a name for a place in the middle of a desert where it's like water and it's beautiful.
Think like the Mummy Returns.
Think The Mummy Returns, where it's that scorpion.
Yeah, that's the one.
Like gooey scorpion.
The Oasis of Anubis.
What? The what?
It's the Oasis of Anubis or something, isn't it?
I don't know.
Oh, you need to pay more attention.
Oasis, for anyone listening as well who doesn't know this, is the name of a band called Oasis.
Said maybe.
You're going to be the one that saves me. No one's out in the sunshine. Do you reckon we can get any Oasis song references in the rest of the podcast?
We could do, but then we don't want to look really weird.
I'm not a big Oasis fan anyway.
They're okay.
Yeah.
It's easy listening into.
If you are an Oasis fan and you've come to this podcast expecting us to talk about them, no.
It's not of that here.
However, I will say this: Oasis is a belter of a drink.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
it's soft, but somehow it quenches me. I am quenched.
Right, so, James plays with himself, feeling quenched.
I play with myself, and then I am quenched.
Wow.
What? I don't understand. What else do you want me to say about this? How creative are people in the real world, genuinely?
In this world or in our world?
In this world, in the Oasis, in the Ready Player One world Oasis.
I'm guessing they could be, but I don't know. I'm guessing a lot of what they do is all in the Oasis itself, probably with code.
Yeah.
I mean, the character H. Is it H?
H?
G?
Are you thinking of Steps?
Yes.
Z.
Z.
Right.
I ain't got a clue. They've all got
Thinking of
fucking names.
The guy from Steps. H.
Yes.
Yeah.
H from Steps is in this.
Yeah.
They do different things, don't they, in their workshop? Pretty good, pretty tech savvy, but it's all in that world already that exists.
What I'm saying is, because this came out around this time that it might have been out for a while, but I became aware of what VR was. Mm-hmm. And I was, we always saw it on techie films and stuff, but actually putting on a headset and going, ooh, I can do stuff. There's those internet forums and stuff where they're just chatting around and stuff, but it's always something that someone else has created that someone is the avatar of.
Yeah.
For instance, Uganda Knuckles. Do you remember that meme?
No.
Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
Things like that. Mm-hmm. People would just be Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
So, what my question is, and I think this ruins the entire film, is that no one would go in there creating anything, like a new avatar. They would create something like a meme, like a big Chungus.
Maybe.
Or a Thomas the Tank Engine.
No one goes around as a meme because you're all your own character, aren't you? You're your own avatar. So you could go walk around as Kermit if you want, but that's not really that cool.
But there are
you can literally be anything.
There are people in this world who are doing that, though. There was Sonic in there. Someone is just Sonic.
Yeah, because Sonic's cool.
Unless he's become self-aware.
Maybe. Sonic is real.
What? Hedgehogs are that fast in real life, aren't they? Okay, cool. Let's talk about Spielberg. Mm-hmm. He's got a knack for the adventure. A nice adventure.
Yes, I think he does. He knows how to build a world quite well.
Have you seen the movie Tintin?
No.
Oh, have you not? Okay. I think that was an experiment for this.
Okay.
He created Tintin. Well, he didn't create Tintin, but he directed the film Tintin. And that film didn't do too well. It was a bit Uncanny Valley-esque.
Yeah.
But then he's sort of mastered the craft of how to use these visual effects and stuff to bring to Ready Player One. Yeah,
the visual effects in this are absolutely stunning.
I would say it's up there with Avatar.
Oh yeah, I was literally going to say I think it's up there with them.
Yeah. I'm not sure how it was done. I don't know if there's any motion capture involved. I would assume so. As
I've only seen this film, this is my second time, I don't know as much about it.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie to you. All I can really take from it is what I've just seen.
And honestly, me neither. I see this very surface level. Mm-hmm. Do I think it's great? No. It would need tweaking here and there. Apparently the book's really good,
Okay.
but the book's a bit different.
Do we get a different story in total? Is it we've got different characters in
We
there?
get different elements of it. So the best bit of the film is the bit where they go into The Shining. Mm-hmm. That's not in the book.
Okay.
Apparently, I don't know.
You don't know because you've not read it.
I've not read the book. Ernest Cline. It's got a Ready Player 2. It's got a sequel. Mm-hmm. A sequel has been planned, but has been planned for a while.
Is it in development hell?
I think so. I think only Spielberg could do it as good as he did before. Mm-hmm. Who else do you get? Edgar Wright.
Also, I'm guessing some of these actors might be hard to get hold of now. I mean, like Olivia Cooke, she's
in a dragon house.
She's in House of the Dragon. She's been in other things as well.
Ty Sheridan is Cyclops, I guess.
Mm-hmm. What
Is
else
he anymore?
doing?
Yeah. Bendelson, he's back.
Oh yeah, you love him, don't you?
This is the double bill of the Bendelson Bad Bunch. He was the villain in Rogue One. He's the villain in this. I find him electric as a villain.
Oh, he's got that villain face, doesn't he?
I think it helps here that he's got fake teeth.
Okay.
It clearly fake teeth as well. That those really rich people have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not like turkey teeth.
I don't know what turkey teeth are.
Yeah.
Where people go to Turkey.
Oh, and you'll end up with a row of teeth that's all exactly the same that's just been slapped in.
I know that's what you meant, but my mind went...
You thought of a turkey with
the
teeth.
teeth of a turkey, yeah. So, I think he's good here. I don't think he's got much to do.
No, I think the problem with this film in general. A lot of the characters for me feel quite one-sided. They're a bit bland. There's only maybe two of them that I like. Oh, I quite like you actually. You've got a bit of an arc.
Who would they be?
One of them's Artemis.
Okay.
At least they give her a kind of a reason as to why she's doing what she's doing. Mm-hmm. I see there were another one, but I can't actually think because I don't think the lead guy.
Wade was.
I don't think he's all that really. I think he's very one-dimensional.
I don't know. Is that a problem with the script though? I imagine it would be. But I've seen Ty Sheridan in other films, and he's always been the same.
I think it's a mix of both.
Yeah.
And the dude is it Halliday?
Halliday,
he's not even alive in this. And I really liked his character, and you really it went a lot into his backstory, and you could kind of see the genius dude, the kind of the sadness he felt, the shame. Yeah, you got so much more from him.
I think that
they're my two favourites.
I think that lends itself to the fact that it's Mark Rylance, who is an Academy Award-winning actor. He's a thespian. I think a lot of the stuff that is in this that he's brought, he's put on the table basically. His character's alright when he does go backwards and his haircut and stuff.
Yeah, his Doc Brown haircut.
Yeah, there's an elephant in this room. First of all, it's really crowded, and I need to get this elephant out of the room. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. This is the same.
What do you mean?
This is exactly the
like
same.
golden tickets.
The golden tickets. I've left something. You've got to pass these.
It's just a scavenger hunt, isn't it?
It's a scavenger hunt, but it is Willy Wonka-esque.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I don't know.
Do you not see?
He's not put things in there to purposefully get rid of bad children.
I think he has. I think these tasks. Okay, so the plot of the film is that James Halliday, Mark Rylance, He's made this oasis, but he's passed away. Yeah,
so the oasis is a huge virtual world that people can just log into, and they can literally live their best life online as if they're really living it.
Yeah, in this world you can do many things. You can climb Everest with Batman. Mm-hmm. You can ride tidal waves, surf tidal waves in Hawaii.
It's just an escape from the life that you've got. That in this world the idea is that it sucks. So
yes.
This is your reality that you're living through, basically.
It's escapism in its most majestic form.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he's passed away, and he's left his legacy to one person, and that person has to go through a series of tasks, very Indiana Jones-esque.
Yeah, he's got 3 keys that you've got to find, and it could be anywhere on his virtual platform, absolutely anywhere. Mm-hmm. The idea is really you've got to, as we later find out, you've got to know the guy. You've got to know his thoughts. You've got to basically be a bit of a weirdo for Halliday.
You've got to be a nerd
to find where these keys are.
A nerd of a nerd.
Yeah.
Nerdception.
Yeah, but regular, ordinary people aren't the only people after these keys. Mm-hmm. there's another big global corporation that also wants it.
This global corporation is run by a guy who used to work for Mark Rylance. I know his name's not Mark Rylance, but I don't know him.
You know him as just Brian.
I just Mark Rylance, pure. And he's sort of the second richest person alive, maybe. And so if he gets this, he's going to take over the world.
He's got control over everything.
Yeah, you can tell he's the villain because he wants marketing in video games, which I hate. I hate that.
Yeah.
So if he wins, there's a lot at stake. Ish. So the tasks are thus: a big race.
Yeah, it's a big car race at the beginning, which is really cool.
It's spectacular, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
When the trailer dropped for this, I remember seeing that with, I think it was the Take On Me trailer.
Yeah.
With like a really good version of it as well. Played over that car chase bit, and I thought that's going to be the film of the year. This film didn't do successfully well. It did okay.
Yeah.
But I think it came... I don't think there's room for Spielberg's sort of adventure stuff anymore.
Well, I was going to get to that in a little bit, because I feel like a lot of these big worlds that we've seen created, I mean, I'm thinking like Alita and stuff like that. They're very good at building these worlds, but a lot of the time it's the story and the character, the characters that let them down.
Okay.
I don't think this suffers quite as much.
Yeah.
Because I think there is some good in here. But I think it does suffer a bit from that.
I think it's from an audience perspective as well. I think it's because we've been overdone with Marvel and
yeah, we've been
DC
oversaturated because we've also had a lot of the young adult stuff around that time was coming to a close. Like, wasn't the Hunger Games coming to a close around this time and stuff?
I think so. I think it had just finished, maybe.
Yeah, so like the young dystopian stuff, like there was the others, wasn't there?
Divergent,
the Maze Runner, all of that was all happening around this time. A lot of those were closing down because people just weren't watching them.
Yeah.
You get a film like this which also has that same sort of feel, if you know what I mean. It's the young adults dystopian world that they've got to try and get through.
Yeah, maybe less dystopian.
Yeah, but it's got that still vibe though, hasn't it? With how they've built the world.
It's teenagers going up against authority.
The man.
Yeah, but I just think there's no room for a Spielberg-esque film. Yeah, where it's like a sense of wonder, similar to Goonies, similar to what Ghostbusters Afterlife had. That sort of feel about it.
I think there is, but it needs to come at the right time.
And I don't think this did.
No, I'd agree.
It's a shame, but I think it got lost in the Batman versus Superman crowd and
in the
Civil.
superhero
I think
crowd.
It came out the same week as Captain America: Civil War, which didn't. Obviously, people are going to see that more than this. But it's a shame because obviously Spielberg's the master at what he does.
He is.
This is well directed. That's all I have to say. But that first trailer that dropped with Take On Me was like, okay, that race trailer, let's go. I can't wait for that race scene. When the race scene happens, obviously you've got the DeLorean, so I'm already on board.
Yeah.
But it plays out. It's about maybe 5-10 minutes long. It plays out without any music.
It's amazing.
It's a wonder of visual effects and sound editing. And I remember seeing it for the first time, being blown away.
Oh yeah. I think it's still incredible to watch. I mean, I didn't see it for the first time on the big screen. I saw it on a teeny tiny screen.
You watched it on your iPad, didn't you?
No, I didn't. Maybe.
Oh,
and it was I thought it was really cool even then.
I wish I'd IMAXed it, maybe.
Oh yeah, I think this probably was great in IMAX.
Oh god, yeah. If it ever did, I don't know if it did. But I don't think the rest of the film really carries that momentum.
Yes, I'd agree. Because from the first off, you think, oh, this is so cool. But then, especially I said to you, when we get to like the third task, for me, it loses momentum very quickly.
Yeah.
By this point, because we've just had the amazing sequence with The Shining.
Yeah.
I've switched off a little bit now.
I think the problem is as well, it doesn't really stay in the Oasis that long.
No.
Maybe it splits its time a good 70-30 mix, of 70 being the Oasis. But when you are out of the Oasis and you're in the real world, it really drags the film down quite a bit.
The story's quite convoluted and there's just a lot going on.
Yeah.
I prefer more, again, in the Oasis for me, because then literally you can do anything. But I understand the point they're trying to make is that the real world happens in the real world.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've got to keep reality and virtual reality separate.
It's the only place you can get a decent meal.
Exactly.
Yeah, they say that in the movie. I've not just made that up.
You have indeed.
And I don't think the characters... although I do think they're likeable, I think everyone's doing what they're told.
Yeah.
I just don't think they're likeable enough for me to go, okay, I want to hang out with those kids outside of the Oasis.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I saw this twice at the cinema. The first time was to see it, and the second time was to really take in the Easter eggs.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a hindrance. I think there are too many Easter eggs. And I think my brain is going, oh, look, there's Sonic. That's the Ninja Turtles. That's Tracer from Overwatch. And I've forgotten what's happening in the film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're just trying to put in a little bit for everybody, so everyone can find something that they remember in there.
I think so, but I think... You know how Wreck-It Ralph did it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to compare it to Wreck-It Ralph probably again, maybe. I'd probably not, actually. But Wreck-It Ralph did it sparingly, where it's like, oh yeah, there's Pac-Man, there's Sonic. But then it didn't dwell on it. It did its own thing before coming back round.
It had its own games, didn't it, within there?
Exactly, yeah. This doesn't do that. This goes, okay, you want the DeLorean? That's the DeLorean. You want the Iron Giant? I was building an Iron Giant, that's cool. It's too much.
I didn't think it was maybe too much, but I can understand where you're coming from. Because, I mean, don't we all want to see the Iron Giant fight Godzilla? Come on, don't we? We all do.
Yes, we do. I'm not saying that stuff isn't cool. It is. I like having them there.
I think it's maybe a bit more believable that if it was in the real world, if it's happening in the here and now, people would be these characters.
Yeah, exactly. Because people can't create their own. Maybe. Does the Oasis have a create your own character function even?
I'm guessing so, because the leading characters are all their own characters, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, no, they are. But even then, they're borrowing costumes from other places. They're not creating their own stuff. They're like, oh, we're going to dress like Buckaroo Banzai. I don't know what Buckaroo Banzai is.
Neither do I.
Okay, good.
But he dresses cool.
He dresses cool. I noticed many things in this, Easter egg wise, and I could list the ones I spotted, but that would take up too much time.
Yeah.
Did you like it though?
I did like it.
Okay.
We need to talk about a very amazing sequence in this.
So that's the first race, the first riddle, whatever. I assume you're going to talk about the next one. The Shining segment. Mm-hmm. Now, you're a big Shining fan.
I am indeed.
You've read the book.
I have.
You've read the movie.
Yes.
Yes.
I've read the book, I've watched the movie, I've watched the mini-series.
I forgot about the mini-series. Okay, cool. That is the best scene in the film.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's so good.
But I don't think it's going... Okay, I think Spielberg had a relationship with Stanley Kubrick. Mm-hmm. I think it's good that he's... Of all the people to touch it and make it his own, I'm glad it's Spielberg.
Yeah.
That feels nice. And
I'm sure
Kubrick,
the same thing.
Yeah. I'm not sure how Stephen King would feel. I imagine it would have his blessing.
Maybe because they kind of take the mickey out of it a little bit about a creator hating his creation. To be fair, King didn't create The Shining. That's not his. That particular film. That's not his film. That's always been Kubrick's film. Okay.
What is Stephen King's relationship with The Shining? Has he come to terms with it? Is he at peace with it?
Do you know what? I don't really know. I've not spoken to Mr. King in a while.
Okay.
The mini-series I know he created in a way to make it his version of what it should be.
Okay, just a quick review of that mini-series. It's not very good.
You only say that because you've watched Nostalgia Critic.
I just don't get it. I don't know what... Stephen King's not a...
Just read the book.
Okay.
Oh, the book's so good.
It's so thick.
It's not a thick book.
It's a thick book.
It's a thick book, and you bought that.
I've not read that either.
Yeah, honestly, The Shining is a really easy read as well.
Okay.
It hasn't that many pictures in though, sorry, James.
Does it have Shelley Duvall going on?
No, because Wendy's cool in the book. But no...
Is she actually?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
But no, this is really good. We get 5 people winning the first keys from the first race, these bunch of kids, and they also then figure out that the second key is in the Shining. Mm-hmm.
There's like a riddle about something, a leap not taken or something, and like a date movie that they went to. This is Mark Rylance' character.
Yeah, so although these clues are in relation to a part of his life.
Yeah. And I loved the bit where they were like, oh, pick a film that he watched that week. Mm-hmm. And then it just showed all the films. Like, that is what Letterboxd is it not?
Yes, and that's what I said to you. I said, this would be you.
Yeah.
Because his character used to log every movie you watched. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Me and James do.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If you've not got Letterboxd, follow us on Letterboxd. That'd be great.
It's good, yeah.
The Shining sequence, it opens with that shot of the room, which...
What room?
The Overlook Hotel, the lobby.
Oh, the lobby bit.
And when I saw that for the first time, I'm not a big Shining fan. I would never put it in my top 10, but I'm always happy to see it.
The music, though.
It did something to me.
Yes, it did.
When I sat there, I was like, they're not going to play. They're not going to go to The Shining. What the hell? And then that music, which was by Wendy Carlos, I believe. Beautiful synth music score.
Sexy.
Oh, it's sexy. Just oozes cool. It's spooky-ish. Nice. And then it goes into the Overlook, and there's a big attention to detail of how that room looks. Mm-hmm. I think I haven't gone through it. I haven't held the pictures side by side.
Yeah.
But from a glance, that's the same room.
Yeah, it's great. I love it, and me, I love some 70s horror.
1980.
It's got that 70s vibe, hasn't it? The Hotel.
It does well with the references. Doesn't really ram them down your throat. But then it does its own thing, ish, where one of the characters, Z, goes into room 237, which I know it wasn't 237 in the book. I don't care.
You should.
I know. I should probably read it. It's probably good. I'll probably like it. But when you get the naked woman in the bathtub, then she goes all zombie, and then she got a knife.
She go all crazy.
She go crazy. That, I think, is what The Shining is to people who haven't seen The Shining. Yeah,
I'd agree. This whole scene with them in that particular in game, that is how people, I think, do see The Shining, who have never seen it. They just assume that because they've seen the Simpsons episode, that's what it is.
Yeah, actually, I remember seeing the Simpsons episode before I saw
This isn't a podcast about The Shining, by the way.
Oh no, we could do it.
Yeah,
but I think it does lose it a bit when it's in that Overlook and the dance into the music. I forget which.
Yeah, that's where it loses it for me. When they were random zombies on the dance
Well,
floor.
they were
silly.
They were zombies that Halliday created from his first game or something. It's referenced, but
it's just silly.
It's silly. I did like seeing the Jack Torrance limp. I think that was done really well. I thought it was all done really well.
Yeah, but it's a shame that to get the key, you had to ask that lady to dance, who was a woman that he didn't take the leap with.
Essentially, okay, so Mark Rylance created the Oasis with Simon Pegg. And Simon Pegg's wife went on a date with Mark Rylance, and he didn't...
Before they got married,
and he didn't make a move. They just watched The Shining. Which
is not what she wanted to do. She wanted to go out dancing.
Yeah. And that's sad that Mark Rylance didn't do that. No,
and it's even weirder that he put it into a challenge for people to try and figure out. So you have to ask her character to dance in order to get the next key.
Yeah, she's like, I thought you'd never ask. But Halliday's done this whole thing. Was it not insulting to Simon Pegg? Who is in the game, by the way. Ogden Marsh.
And your wife's in this.
Yeah, he's like, well played. Simon Pegg with an American accent, right? Now, what do you make of that?
It's just Simon Pegg with an American accent.
I don't think it's a good American accent. I thought you could have got any other actor to do that.
You could, but people like Pegg, don't they?
Simon Pegg, he's a nerd. That's all. I think that's his paycheck. And he's worked with Spielberg before as well, which always helps.
But by this point in the story, we've got the real world starting to kick in a bit more now. The big evil corporation have realised that the winner of the keys, his name is Wade.
The main guy?
Yeah.
Wade, yeah.
And they find him and they offer him a deal to try and win the keys for them so they can take control of the Oasis, have him working on his side, and this goes, no, I don't think so.
I did like the scene where Bendelson and Wade Watts are having a meeting and Bendelson is reeling off information about like Ferris Bueller and John Hughes movies and stuff. But he's got an earpiece in, so he's got people telling him that. That is very big corporation. That is a move they would take, yeah. So I was like, that's believable. Most of this is believable.
Yeah, I'd agree so.
I don't think we're far off that point anyway.
We are, but okay.
I don't think so. Haptic suits, I think we're nearly there. You can get those.
I think we're way off that, yeah, a little bit.
You can
we'll
get
have to
them.
see, but no one's wearing them, are they really?
Well, let me tell you this: no one's Wi-Fi is good enough to be on this Oasis. Can you imagine being on the Oasis mid-game and then just dipping because you're...
I'm lagging. Fucking hell.
Ah, power cut. No.
No. Super fast Wi-Fi.
It could be super fast. I don't care. It's not going to come out this quality. It'll still be laggy as hell.
It'll be a bit laggy. But no, so Mr. Wade goes, no, I don't want to take up your deal. And they're like, okay then. And they bomb his little trailer.
Yeah, that's a weird move for a big corporation, is it not?
Well, they take him out of the game. They take him off the board, basically.
They're trying to kill him.
Yeah, because if he's killed, then he can't win the Oasis, can he?
Yeah.
Forget about the fact that there's other characters in this that are also on that leaderboard.
Do you think those characters would get there, though?
Eventually, yeah. But I think the idea of this, I think, is that they all work together to get where they are.
Yeah.
Albeit, to be fair, the people that get you through the first two are Artemis and Wade.
And Wade, yeah. What's his name in the thing? Parzival. That's it. There we go.
Pretzel.
So, Pretzel is kidnapped by what you think is the evil corporation.
Mm-hmm.
He wakes up in the real world, and there he is with Artemis in real life.
His name is Samantha.
Samantha. That's Olivia Cook.
It is indeed. And she's a great actress, but she has that constant cry face.
That's the character, though, is it not?
She's like that in everything.
Really?
Yeah. She's got a good acting range, I think, but for some reason I think she tends to fall back into cry face quite a lot.
I've only ever seen her in the trailer for Me, Earl and the Dying Girl. Okay. I haven't seen that film. I assumed she was the dying girl.
Oh, okay.
So that would lend itself to that sort of acting. She's great, though.
Yeah, she's really good in this. Her acting's amazing.
There's a very interesting bit of dialogue where the Oasis, you can be whatever you want to be. Mm-hmm. And Z, who is Wade's best friend in the Oasis, turns out in real life is a woman. Mm-hmm. Social commentary, maybe?
Maybe, because I think they assumed that because the character, when you go into the Oasis, you can be any gender, any creature.
Yeah.
You can literally be anything you want to be. So because this character in the Oasis is running this kind of like warehouse shop thing.
Yeah.
And it's male, I think he just assumes. I think we as an audience just assume that it'll be the same. Mm-hmm. And then when we meet the character, we're like, oh, actually, no.
Yeah. That is that's not good acting from that character, though.
No.
The weakest of them. It's a band of misfits, and most of them are kids anyway.
But they don't really have much to do anyway. To be fair, other than drive the car.
That is true.
Other than the voice acting, there's nothing much really to add with that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. There's one actor we've not talked about yet, and we talked about her while we were watching the film, and I think we should bring her up because she doesn't get enough credit. Mm-hmm. Hannah John Kamen is in this. She plays Pendleton's right-hand man. Mm-hmm. You like her.
Oh, I really do.
Okay. Well, I can't remember what you said to me.
I said she is not in enough. I'm surprised someone hasn't snatched her up and made her a big star.
She has done things. She is in Ant-Man, Second Ant-Man.
But she's wasted in that.
She is wasted in that. She was in that Black Mirror episode that I really like. Mm-hmm. The gaming one. She's in that for a bit. Wasted in that.
Was it 5,000 credits or something like that? I think that one.
No. The one with the house.
Oh no, she's in 2 then.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So she's in the game.
I forget what it's called. Yeah. Maybe that's what. Is she a gamer in real life?
Maybe. Who knows? But I know she's in a Netflix series as well because I saw it. I can't remember what it's called for the life of me.
Okay.
It's got that guy and he plays Captain Hook in Peter Pan.
Jason Isaacs?
Yeah.
Right.
And she was really good in that.
She was in a troll movie that came out recently. It's on our watch list.
I don't know. I think that, for example, we've just seen The Marbles last year.
Yes, we did.
So it's like we haven't just seen it, but we saw it last year.
It fucking sucked.
And Tom Hiddleston's side squeeze. Well, not side squeeze, main squeeze.
If she's listening, she's gonna be mad.
Yeah, his squeeze is playing the villain in that.
That's weak.
And she's so weak.
I think that's a bad villain, and I also think that's a god-awful performance.
I think if you'd have made that villain better and got in somebody like
Hannah John Kamen.
Exactly. She could have absolutely smashed that.
Yeah.
If you'd have made a better movie.
She was in the Resident Evil remake. She was Jill Valentine. But that film didn't pan out well.
It's such a shame.
Maybe fire your agent, Hannah John Kamen.
But these are good parts.
Yeah.
So why she's not bigger, I don't know. Because she deserves it. But I think she'll end up big on like streaming.
Hey, she's worked with Spielberg though. She's ticked that off the list.
She has indeed, but I'd like to see her working more.
I appreciate. She's good in this as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a character that Bendelson's working with in the Oasis. I forget his name.
I don't remember.
I Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Played by TJ Miller. He's the same in everything.
Oh, yeah.
That's the guy from Deadpool, who Deadpool's best mate.
Mm-hmm.
You're not bringing anything to the table.
You play the same thing you are in everything.
You are boring, TJ. He does the job though.
Yeah, but he doesn't. You could have put anyone in that character though, and it wouldn't have made a difference.
I agree with that. That's fair. Who's a nerdy actor? Who's famous for being nerdy? Like a Nick Frost. If you got Simon Pegg in, chuck Nick Frost in as well.
Yeah, but then it becomes a Nick Frost and Simon Pegg movie.
But it doesn't though, because they're not in it.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. So Wade is in the real world. Met Samantha. It's weird that they've tacked on a love story to this.
Yeah. He falls in love with her after the first heist, which is really strange. And then they go to a disco and he's all in love with her. I don't know. It's all very weird.
He does dance very well.
He does. But maybe it's a bit of, an analogy for people that fall in love online.
Yeah.
With people that they've never met.
Don't people marry people online?
Yeah.
Yeah. People are weird.
Without even like seeing each other or knowing what each other look like. It's all avatars and stuff. So maybe it's the truth.
Don't people marry their like body pillows in real life?
Yeah, there's people married to the Eiffel Tower. People are weird.
Whoa. Does the Eiffel Tower know about this?
I don't know.
For
Probably
a
not.
wedding, we've established this in our real life, where you need consenting partners. Can a tower consent to being married?
Yeah, because we've got to, our personal life, we've got to turn up to the registry office and give our interviews, haven't we?
Yeah.
How can the Eiffel Tower just turn up to your local Mansfield branch? Oh yes, I do consent to getting married.
I don't think he'd go to the Mansfield branch. I think there's one closer to Paris.
Wasn't there a woman that married a ghost?
I heard about this, and then did she cheat on him?
Yeah, she cheated on her ghost fiance and got divorced. My God.
Patrick Swayze spinning wheel type stuff. That.
Oh yeah, she thought it looked like Captain Jack Sparrow. Oh, we're off vibe, but what a time.
That's a podcast in itself. Why do people marry stuff?
People marrying ghosts.
Yeah. Anyway, the last challenge is to find an Easter egg in a video game, one of the very first video games, and they don't know which one, so they try a few.
Yeah, but where is this video game?
It is in the Oasis. It is in a castle, and it is in the place where the fighting happens.
Isn't it in like Planet Doom or
Planet
something
Doom.
like that? Which is basically the Mark Rylance's characters. He created that for himself. He created a castle there for him to dwell into, which is where it is.
Is that the thing?
Yeah.
I missed that bit.
Yeah, you did. The evil corporation finds that out first somehow. They find that out from the clue, so they get there before any of the other characters can and put a spell around it.
I put a curse on it.
Basically, it's like an in-game curse. So
Yeah.
stop other people from being able to get in and get the key.
It's a
and
force
win.
field, essentially,
Yeah.
yeah. So this won't rest with our protagonist.
With
Thank
our
you.
pretzel won't allow that.
He's a salted pretzel.
Mm-hmm.
So
Salty boy.
he needs an army, so he's like, okay, anyone who's online, come online. I'm online now. I'm paraphrasing.
It does, yeah. It does a Harry Potter / Katniss Everdeen speech.
He's quite good at that, though.
He is, but then when it cuts back to him doing it in that little van where he's online, it's all a bit crap.
I think this is the problem with VR anyway. Mm-hmm. I've sent you a meme of someone playing VR, and he might be having the time of his life, but on the outside looking in, you look like a fool.
Yeah.
And I think that's always funny.
Yeah. You can't make that look cool.
No. I've tried headsets on at work and tested them, and I feel like I'm going to bang into something.
You like that anyway.
Thank you, sweetie.
You're welcome. But no, he gets all these people that just pop online to go and help him out and try and break into the castle.
Yeah, and then we get a big fight scene, which is scored to the tune of Twisted Sisters, We're Not Gonna Take It. Mm-hmm. I think I've died and gone to cinema heaven.
You have. But by this point, I'm not going to lie, guys, I was so ready for this film to be over.
It's long, isn't it? It's a long film.
It's long. So they've already had these big action sequences. I'm someone, anyway, in movies, if I feel like this with Marvel films, if there's just too many action sequences that just feel like they go on forever, you lose me.
Okay.
No matter how good the fighting is or how great you put the soundtrack to it, I don't know, I lose it.
Do you think there are many of them, though? Or there is... I think there's only 3. I can only count 3, maybe 4 if you include the car chase at the end. But I think... Because there's only 4, but they go on forever.
And when they're in the disco, they turn up there as
Oh
well.
God,
don't
yeah,
they?
of course. So
just,
5.
There's just a lot of bits and pieces that I don't know.
Too many, too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This end bit as well to end the fucking game goes on. It's I put this in my letterbox review. This has a longer life expectancy than me. It's crazy.
However, if you like references,
Oh, you'll love it.
oh, you'll have a good time. 12A. This film is a 12A in England. Well, with a 12A, you can get away with one F word. Out of any 12A film you've ever seen, do you think it uses that F word well?
Oh, I didn't really care. I weren't watching. I'm not gonna lie.
It's fucking Chucky.
Oh.
I thought it was great.
Okay.
And also, I remember seeing people being like, "Oh no, the kids' ears! Don't let them hear the F word." Quite a lot of horror references for a 12A.
Yeah.
Do kids know what any of this is?
I think it's in pop culture. I think that's the whole idea of this. It's all in popular culture.
There's
The
Freddy.
Shining, and maybe not so
The
much.
Shining less so.
But again, if it's acting on the things that people think they know from it, because I think enough people have seen the Simpsons episode.
Yeah.
They've seen the memes.
Yeah. This is what Fortnite looks like to people who haven't played Fortnite.
Yeah. This is how I assume Fortnite
Oh my god,
is.
it's the guy from Fortnite! Yeah.
We got no Fortnite dancing, which was a blessing.
I miss that in this. I think this film is made by people who don't really play video games.
They take it all very seriously, don't they?
Yeah. Video gamers famously don't take anything seriously. Although they do have a passion for what they do. For instance, if a gamer is like a really intense gamer passes away or something, they'll chuck an Easter egg in, or a congregation will happen for these players in game. That happens. Games can bring people together in a way that's fantastic. However, gamers, anytime I've ever been online, gamers take the piss.
Yeah.
It's
because the idea is that you can be anonymous.
Yeah.
So people are dicks, aren't they?
Oh god, absolutely. I played Fortnite and someone's debagged me.
Have you really?
Probably. I've played like COD and then someone's just done something ridiculous to me. My experience of online gaming is completely different to what this is.
Yeah, because isn't there an ongoing problem now in VR in general where, I know this has been targeting children in particular, where there's gangs of people in these games doing things to characters that they shouldn't be doing?
I haven't heard of this.
Yeah, I think it was quite a big news story recently about a character getting teabagged in a game by like a gang of other characters.
Oh no!
But whoever this person was who had it happen to them, it felt like it was real because they were watching it through a VR headset.
Oh, I see.
So it can be quite scary. But
I mean,
you'd get that sort of crap in a world like this.
Yeah. Essentially, though, I think the people who make the video games do have a sense of humour as well. This film touches on that. For instance, one that really springs to mind is the Lara Croft butler in the fridge thing. You could put the butler in the fridge. Why?
Because you can.
Exactly. These games, this Oasis doesn't have any of those. It's all like, you are having a good time. You are spending your money, probably.
We didn't get a lot of like kind of your big boobed anime characters. I was kind of expecting some of that.
There is a lack of big boobed anime characters in this.
Because whenever I've been on the internet,
Oh, well.
they're about.
Hey, what you do in your own time is up to you, Jade.
It's because of your history.
What?
Your search history popping up.
Dragging me down with you. I don't know how you dare. There's a big all-out battle for this. You have the Iron Giant fighting Mechagodzilla. That's good. Gundam's in this. I don't know what Gundam is, but that's quite cool.
It's cool.
Did you see the Gremlins?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Tracer from Overwatch is in here.
There's just a lot of characters, guys. There's just a lot of characters all in this final scene.
The Halo characters.
You don't need to name them all. It's all right, James.
I just need to point out the ones I know. And the gun from Gears of War.
Excellent.
Great. Okay, I'm done. The whole hand grenade. Okay, cool. This battle happens, and there is this bomb that goes off that basically turns everyone's game off.
Yes, it turns everybody's thing off. And the idea is, I think, is if it turns you off, you lose all your shit.
Yeah.
You lose all the coin, the money that you had in the game.
Yeah. But nothing bad happens to you in real life. You just
lose it.
You just have to start again.
Yeah.
Yeah. That happens in real life.
Yeah.
Someone I know, no names, has recently had a lot of their save data erased, and they've had to report it to the things, and they've managed to get it back.
Oh no.
Because of an interaction with the curator, Simon Pegg's character, Artemis managed to have an extra life. That's a bit Scott Pilgrim. I like it.
It is, yeah.
And he plays the game. And I love the message of that final riddle. And you were like, I don't like it.
I just think it's boring. That the final challenge, you've had to go through this amazing car chase scene, the amazing shining sequence, and then you get...
But you're not a gamer.
Because otherwise, if you forget about the fighting bit that we see between these two sides, if there wasn't any of that, all they'd have to do is just walk into the castle, find the game that you need to play, and play it.
Not just play it, but find the Easter egg in that game.
But you'd have thought that if these people were clever enough to do the first two challenges, they clearly know enough to do this one too.
Yeah,
So it just felt too easy.
It's stretching a bit, I'll give you that.
Yeah, and it's because by this point as well, the film's ready to wrap up.
But we've got like another half an hour film left.
Oh, I know, fucking hell.
Pretzel, puzzle, completes the game, and he plays adventure. In an adventure, you have to go find a secret dot or something, and it shows the creator of the game's name, and I think that's really quite a sweet thing.
Yeah.
But I'm a gamer.
Yeah, allegedly.
I'm there for that. I play video games. Okay.
By yourself.
By myself, offline. This is all happening in the back of a van. The IOIs, which are the bad guys, the Bendelson's crew.
Yeah.
They're chasing after it, and there's another car chase happening.
I know, and they're banging into it, and by this point, Wade's won the key, and he can't pick the key up because they're banging into his car in the real world, so it's affecting him being able to pick it up in the VR world. It goes on for about 10 million fucking years.
It doesn't know how to end. I do like that. I'm bringing it back around to Willy Wonka. It's done a sign the contract, and he doesn't leave the gobstopper.
Yeah, but he doesn't say "Good day, sir."
Yeah, I was missing a Mark Rylance freak out, but he doesn't do it, and then he's got the Oasis. Meanwhile, back to the caravans in the sky, where it's all kicked off anyway. And there's a final showdown, and then Pretzel manages to get the Easter egg.
After a great deal of time has passed, then once he's grabbed the key and he's put them all into the locks, which takes forever.
Yeah.
It takes him ages to actually get the fucking egg off the man.
Yeah. Which is a weird sentence you've just said.
It takes him ages to get the egg from Mark Rylance, because then he can't fucking find it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my god.
Bendelson, however, he's out for blood. He's armed now, and he's got them where he wants them. But obviously, he's too late to have it. But I just think if you're a villain and you've gone through that much shit because of this one person, you would just shoot him.
He'd be gone, wouldn't he?
You would just shoot him and deal with it later. You'd be like,
I'm already going to get arrested anyway. Off I go.
Exactly. You know, I can pay bail probably.
I mean, if he shoots him and he no longer has the egg, who then does have it?
Exactly. And then the eggs, you've got to do it all again for egg boy.
Egg boy. It's just weird.
They decide to split the winnings, between Wade and his high five, which is the gang of people
who all did the first challenge, and they've all followed them as a group.
Yeah, they're all
the Losers Club.
The Losers Club. Yeah, sure. They say, okay, cool. We're gonna ban this. We're gonna ban advertising. It's about playing games. One thing, which I see where they're coming from, but people would kick off and it would ruin it, is if they turned it off for 2 days. The Oasis is on 7 days a week, 24 hours. However, they close it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. What if you are a worker who works all those times, like any other day, but the only days off are Tuesdays and Thursdays, and all you want to do is unwind and play video games?
Because that's not fucking normal, James. No one has those 2 days off. Just those 2 days off. You can't tell me you can't finish work and log on to the Oasis, because you fucking can.
Not on a Tuesday and a Thursday, they turn it off.
You just deal with it, James. Life isn't online.
What? I don't know what to believe.
But the idea is on this is that it's like, have a good time online, lose yourself into that reality.
Yeah.
But you know what? You need to find a time to switch the fuck off and enjoy your life.
There's good stuff in the real world.
There is.
It's the good place. It's the only place you can get a decent meal.
Exactly. And I think it's also a good message to our current generation.
Explain.
Especially the younger generation. It's kind of like, this is my kind of saying that I have. It's cameras off, brains off.
This is Jade's.
So cameras on, brains off.
This is Jade's boomer moment right now.
Not everything's online, guys. Enjoy your life. When you're out and about enjoying yourself, put your fucking phone down. Look at life through your own eyes, not through a camera lens.
Wow.
It makes me so mad.
Hey, you know what? I've changed. I'm going to stop filming stuff. I don't do that anyway.
Yeah, I mean, like, no one wants to see your food.
No one wants to see your food.
No one cares. Everything now has to be Instagrammable, and I don't know, it's sort of, you need to do a funny dance in this place, even be massive on TikTok. It's silly.
I see where you're coming from.
People need to know how to switch off, because I think there's a lot of people that are very glued to their phones now.
Do you remember when you were a kid and you were watching TV too much or playing video games too much, and your parents would say, your eyes will go square?
Yeah.
What happened to that?
It still will, guys.
Because my eyes are square as shit.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. You're like Dexter. Not the serial killer.
I thought, yeah, my mind went to that one.
You're not that cool.
Oh, you thought, omelette du fromage. Okay, cool, yeah. I'll take it. That's fine. And then this film sort of winds up. Okay.
It winds up and that's the end. It's such a shame for me that it just fucking goes on and on and on in the end.
What you are telling me is it's too long. However, did you have a good time?
I had a good time with 2/3 of it.
Would you filter out certain bits, like the love story? And...
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If I could watch this and fast forward things, but I can't because I live with you and you won't allow that.
I won't allow that.
Then, yeah, there's a lot of this I'd probably just cut out. I would just go to the sequences that I like.
Which are?
The game sequences 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm. The Shining.
And maybe bits towards the end. I'd cut out a lot of it. I think a lot of it's filler.
Yeah. I'm there for the references. I like a good Easter egg.
Yeah, you ate them all in the house, didn't you, James?
I ate them all in the house. You didn't ask for one. I got you some gingerbread men instead. And big ones as well. I wasn't fucking about. I got you 5 of them, so...
Yeah, I didn't get an Easter egg, guys, for Easter. I got 5 gingerbread men.
You said you wanted gingerbread men. I got you gingerbread men.
You got me 5 of them.
5 of them. Big ones.
5 big gingerbread men.
Is it better than Space Jam?
Yes.
Oh! Okay, interesting.
It gets it purely for Iron Giant and Godzilla fighting alone.
Hey, you know what? If that's what you need in a film, I'm glad you got it in this.
Yeah.
Because you won't see it again. We think it's better than Space Jam.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we wouldn't put it in our letterbox top 4. However, Natasha Atlas _ great. She works in the business, genuinely.
Oh, wow.
Says it's one of my 4 favourites on Letterboxd.
Ooh, okay.
Top 4 film. What do you make of that?
I can understand
Okay.
parts of it. It's not personally for me.
That's fair. Would you watch a Ready Player 2?
I'd watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's something I'd have multiple viewings where I'd watch it every year, no. I wouldn't watch this every year.
How the video game industry has evolved. It evolves every day.
Mm-hmm.
The way it is now, and I don't think a Ready Player 2 could possibly comment on it that hasn't been done before.
Yeah, I know what you mean, and I think as well, will this film start looking a bit dated once, obviously, gaming does start increasing the way it does? Some of these, because again, it's used a lot of these pop culture references.
Yeah.
That's, I find, is what dates films a lot of the time.
I get it. I think it'll date this. I think it lends itself to a bit more 80s stuff.
Yeah.
Which, hey, I'm there for. I like seeing a bit of 80s. Does it a bit too much?
Mm-hmm.
But also, if it is set in the future, why would people fantasise the 80s?
Because it'll have been a nostalgic time. I
would
think
they-
it's what people are like now, aren't they?
But would they not fantasise the here and now, like the 2020s
Would
and
you
stuff?
fantasise about the here and now?
Well, not right now, but in the future I might.
No.
Okay. Okay. Well, it is what it is. But I'd watch it. I wouldn't ask if we didn't get it. I'd be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Ready Player One, up there for your favourite Spielberg movies?
No.
No. Good enough.
Yeah, it's good enough. It's something that you could easily just watch and it's quite mindless. You can just enjoy it.
Yeah. Everyone's having a good time.
Yeah, it's easy. It ends on a nice note. That's it.
It ends on several nice notes.
Yeah, it goes on. Longer than the Lord of the Rings film.
No, it
longer
doesn't.
than the runway in Fast and Furious. Yes.
That was Ready Player One. Thank you, my Ready Player Two.
Oh, thank you.
Aww.
But even though I'm dead.
You dead? I forget what was next. I know what's next. It's The Room.
Oh my god. What a vibe.
If you thought,
Lisa, no.
oh, you're tearing me apart, Lisa. Oh, I can't wait to talk about The Room with you.
Oh, yeah.
However, I don't think that film is very good, and I think its pacing is way off. So if you had a bad time in this,
Yeah,
strap
but
in.
there's some absolute shit acting I can be enjoying.
Okay, that's fair enough. Okay. But yeah, thanks for listening to Ready Player One. Do you like Ready Player One? Is it better than Space Jam? Let us know, please. Thank you very much for talking about it with me.
Dang, okay. I don't know what I said then.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll see you next week, guys.
Right, bye.
Bye-bye.